What is going on, everybody? I am Benningfield. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this video, press that like button. And as always, follow me on Twitter at Benningfield01. We always post whenever a new video drops or I start up a new live stream. Today we got the new Coil Cyclone was the vehicle for this Tuesday that just dropped. I'm going to do a quick overview of the customization, and I'll run it down a quick straight line test against a couple cars and one quick little round track to kind of show you the performance of it. First thing you want to do though, it did just drop today. You can bring it up. It is on the Legendary Motorsports, so go in there and pop it up. It's part of the Smuggler's Run Cyclone. It is $1,890,000, little on the expensive side. It is a supercar. The Coil Cyclone is here to prove one thing: the days of the internal combustion engine are over. Sure, it was fun while it lasted, just like your psychotic knife-wielding ex was phenomenal in bed. But these are some great, they have the greatest little descriptions. But that fossil-fueled comfort zone is about to be nothing more than a distant speck in your rearview mirror as you surrender to the harbinger of the electric age. True power is here. Drive the lightning. So yeah, you want to pick it up, you just select your color and hit purchase. I already have one though. We'll check out some of the customization on it, so you can take it down to any Los Angeles Customs or into your office, garage, workshop, or whatever, like most cars. It's got the normal stuff, the armor and stuff. You want to max that out if you're keeping it, of course. So all that stuff's optional. We're just checking out the customization. The bumpers, it's got these lower bumpers. I'm not a big fan of these for a couple reasons. For one, they scrape the ground. If you have them with the suspension lowered, they hit the curbs. So if you do add one of these, you do not want to lower the suspension all the way. Just a little side note for this car. Now let me change the color real quick on this though. For the respray, we'll do the primary classic. We'll just do whatever. We'll do the moss brown, whatever. Just so you can see the different livery colors and how it breaks up the two-tone whenever I start getting into these liveries and stuff. But for your bumpers, as you can see, it's the painted does the secondary color, which is that white strip down the side of it by the tires. So it does the white for the secondary, or you have the carbon version, and the same with this. It's just the secondary color or the carbon version. They don't have a primary on this front bumper. And your engine stuff, that's all up to you. Horns, lights, all that stuff, that's fine. But the liveries, this is where they got some pretty decent liveries on it. Not the greatest in the world, but you got the dual black stripes, come to a little point, and they got the white version of those. The dual blue stripes, which these are kind of cool. I do like this blue because it's rare that we get a livery that matches that fluorescent blue on the rims that you can get. So it's a rare opportunity to get to use that on the rims and it actually blend in good. In the dual red stripes, I prefer the blue race stripe. That one and the red one, I feel like these are the best two in my opinion. But those are pretty cool. They got the thicker stripes to them. Then you get the little funkier look with the black and white. Then it reverses them. So you kind of see what it does there. Those are pretty cool too. Actually, they got it's more of a different livery as you don't see. But I went with the blue racing one. And your plate doesn't matter. The respray option, again, the primary color is the. I'll show you the crew. The crew color is bright, but it's all the car, and your secondary color will be that little strip down there. As you can see, I'll go into the mats. You can see where it changes, just that right there, and it changes your brake calipers. And for the trim color, it's just the interior, so you can kind of see where it switches that up a little bit, gives you a different look. And we'll go into the skirts. Again, the painted option is the secondary color. And they have the carbon version, and then they have this version, which is kind of funky looking. And they do the same thing. Any of the painted versions of your bumper or your skirts will be the secondary color. For the spoiler though, you do get a primary and secondary option on the spoilers. So you got the primary wing type 2, secondary wing type 2, and then the carbon version. And then the painted tuner wing, which is the one I ended up going with. I kind of like this one. It's a wild looking little spoiler. Then the secondary, which just changes the middle part of it to the secondary color. And then a carbon version. And the painted GT wing, and again, you get the secondary color. Or you get the carbon, which changes just the inside of it. But again, I went with the painted one. Your suspension, I like it lowered all the way and without the bumper add-on. I think it gives it a better look. But of course, that's all opinions. Then you got your normal windows and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it for the customization. I do want to switch it back, though. I like my all white. I keep mine all ice white interior and everything in the blue. I think it looks really good. Now I'll get into some of the performance stuff to it, and hopefully this will help decide whether you purchase the car or not. Okay guys, this is just a straight line test. It is just a short drag strip the length of the airport, so it's not too long, which kind of favors the Coil because it does have some really quick acceleration, but it's not really the best on. I feel on a longer track it'll probably do worse than it does on this track, but this gives you a rough idea of how it does in a straight line. I'm going to attempt to hit the boost with all of them and then show you my time for each of the ones I'm going to use. I'm going to race it against the Wagner and against the 811, because the 811 is one of the fastest in a straight line, and the Wagner is, for me, one of the better ones around the track. I do want to let everybody know, by no means am I a good racer this. At best, I'm an average racer, so I feel like this is going to be, especially when we get into that circle track, it's going to be what an average person can get with these times. So I just want to get like a quick comparison on that, and we'll see right here the Cyclone, whatever the time pops up, 21.491 in the straight line, so that's not too bad. And we'll try it against the Wagner and the 811 also. Okay everybody, here this is my Wagner. We're going to see what it does on the same straight line. I will hit the boost again, and we'll just see whatever time it gets in the if it is a shorter straight line, I do get that. So we're gonna do the 3, 2, 1 countdown. The Wagner, I do better in races with a Wagner, and it's a really good supercar for the money. Actually, the Wagner is 1.5 million, and I do really well in track races with it. So we're gonna try see how it does in a straight line. It's a shorter straight line against the Coil, and we get the wonderful time of, drumroll please, 22.25. So it beat this one. It beat the Wagner in a straight line. And we'll test it against the 811, which is one of the better ones in a straight line. Bruffy has tested it, Tellurius has tested it. The 811 is one of the fastest in a straight line. And we'll see how it compares to that one. Okay, here we go. We have the 811, which has already been confirmed as one of the fastest in a straight line by some people that are much better at racing than I am. And we're going to try it up against the 811. And again, get the quick start. That's what we're going to go for. Alright, now I do want to throw that disclaimer out. It is a shorter straight line, and I think that the 811 will perform better if this was a longer track against the Cyclone, regardless of the results. I tested this a couple times, and I was getting different results. So we'll go with whatever this one ends up being. Like I said, it may be a little bit slower, a little bit faster. I think it's actually going to end up being slower, it seems like. Yeah, 22.360. So it and the Wagner hit real close. They were both 22.258 and 22.36. And that's with hitting the speed boost, and then the Cyclone was 21.491. So it did get a faster time on this straight line, but again, I do want to emphasize this was a short track, and the Cyclone just has amazing acceleration. And a long track, the 811 will beat it. I am positive that the 811 is really fast in a straight line. Okay guys, now we got the criminal records. It's just a little circle track. I just want to run it around the track once and get the best time, or not, well, not the best. I'm gonna get the time I get with each of these cars, see which one's the best. And I realize there's not a lot of curves and stuff in this one, but it is it gives you a sort of a rough idea. Again, I'm not the best racer by any means, so definitely check out Tellurius and Bruffy for their opinions on the performance. But I feel I'll be pretty similar on the way it's going to turn out. I don't feel like this, the handling to me just doesn't feel like it handles as good, especially as the Wagner. I feel like it's going to do worse, but we did get the quick start there, and it's just one quick lap around the prison. And I do realize if you're doing like a stunt race or something, there's a lot of S curves and stuff like that, so that's going to make it probably even worse as far as the handling affecting your performance. So keep that in mind. It's not the greatest handling, and neither is the 811 really, even though it's got that top speed. So I feel like the Wagner's probably going to come out on top on this one. We'll find out. We'll do the one lap. That's all we're going to do, just to see what kind of time I get. 25.560 is what I got with the Cyclone, and we'll compare it to the Wagner, which I feel personally is going to be my better time. Okay, now we're going to do the same track with the Wagner. See if I can beat that time I just got with the Cyclone. This is the one I race with the most. I do like the Wagner. I kind of prefer it for racing, so we'll see how it compares and stacks up to it. And again, I'm emphasizing I am not the greatest racer out there. I am at best an average racer, so if you guys are like me and kind of in the middle of the pack on racing, this is give you kind of an idea. I do prefer the tighter handling cars like the Wagner too, and the Cyclone, it's really kind of weird on the handling. It's got like a wide turn like the ones that grip the road do, but it still has that looseness to it. It's kind of a weird handling car. I even got, well, I kind of messed up a little bit there at the end, but we'll see what kind of time I get. I feel like I still beat it. Yeah, see, I still got a better time. I got 25.16, so that was 0.4 of a second, almost half a second faster around that one lap. That'll make a big difference in a long track when you start getting into S curves and stuff. Now we'll check out the 811. Okay, guys, we're again back, same track. We're gonna do this with the 811 now. This one has been said by Bruffy and other people that are really good at racing. This is the best in a straight line, but the handling is really loose on this car, so I feel like I probably get the worst time with it, and I still got the quick start, so that's good. I'm gonna try my best to control it around these corners, see if we can get a good decent lap in. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. We're almost there. There we go. Feel like that's a decent lap compared to, like I said, compared to the way I race. 25.3, so that one was in the middle for me. 25.394. I got my best time, which I expected with the Wagner, at 25.16. And the 811, I got a 25.394 just then. And the Cyclone, I did a 25.560. So it was the slowest around the circuit for me. Okay, guys, well, I covered the price and the customization on this car, and I did a quick straight line test, and I did the little circle track. Try to give you guys a little bit more information about the car to help you decide on your purchase. Now, if you're wanting my personal opinions, for the price of pretty much 1.9 million, you can get better cars for the money. Yes, it did give me the best time in that short straight line, but that had a lot to do with the acceleration on this car is pretty good, but the 811 would have beat it in a longer straight line. And you've seen they gave me the worst time around that little circuit, and that was just one little lap of an all turning right. It was just one little circle. If you use this, majority of people race stunt races, so if you're using it in a stunt race, I feel like it's going to do really bad once you get into like S curves, all the sharp curves, doing off the ramps and stuff like that. I feel like it's going to be even worse. So if you're buying it for racing purposes only, I would say don't do it. It's, you know, there's better cars for the money, there's better cars for cheaper. I would go with the Wagner over this all day. It's only 1,535,000 versus 1,890,000. And if you want to go with like even the Ocelot that just dropped, and the XA21 and the Vision, you got really good customization on those two, and they will do better than this. But yeah, overall for racing, the Wagner hands down for supercars. It's the best one for the money, in my opinion. Now, if you're buying this because you like the style and the customization and you have the money to spend on it, sure, go for it. Absolutely. That is all up to your personal opinion. That's why you played the game. But if you're looking at it by performance standpoint, yeah, a short straight line, yeah, it hangs in there and beats most cars, if not all of them. The longer the straight line, the worse it's going to do. And around the circuit, it's not going to do very good at all. And we've seen that just from my short little track. Plus, like I said, more in-depth, please go check out my friend Tylarius. His channel, he'll have more in-depth on the racing. I'm more of a customization guy, so I don't focus on the performance as much. I'm not by any means a good racer, so check out him. Bruffy, again, is really good. He knows his races, so check out those guys for more information on the performance. I just did a quick review on it. But yeah, this is the Cyclone. If it's something you like and it's your style and you have the money, go for it. And appreciate everybody coming out. I am Benningfield. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button and follow me on Twitter at Benningfield01. We always post when a new live stream starts up or a new video drops, and it's a good way to keep in touch with me. I hope this helped you, and even if it's just in a little way, just wanted to help you guys out, and I appreciate you guys coming out, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.